So our next presenter is JA Solar's Head of European Technical Team, Ignacio Espinosa. Ignacio will present the company's efforts and offerings in the C&I rooftop solar segment. Ignacio, welcome to Tiang News.
Thank you so much, Anu. Thank you so much for this space to giving us the chance to present a new product that we are really proud to present today, and it's completely focused to the commercial and industrial segment. I'm trying to share my screen now. That should be working now.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Anu. Okay, so I was saying that we are really proud today to be here because we are bringing to the market a new solution, a new model, which is fully dedicated to the commercial and industrial segment that, as we will see, well, it's booming in Europe, right? It's one of the most interesting segments that we will face in the following years. The PPT, it's divided into just briefly talk about JA Solar because I think it's a company that you all know. Later we will see the details of the standard new standard for commercial and industrial, which is called 60D42. And in the last block we will see just how this module is located among the rest of our product portfolio. So why to talk about JA Solar? I don't wanna I don't wanna talk about the company and just focus on the numbers of the figures that we believe are making the difference for us in the markets, right? In different markets where we are acting, globally. We have presence in more than 165 countries or regions. Especially, I would like to remark our numbers in Europe in the last years. For example, in 2022, we were #1 in Europe, and we are pointing to achieve the same milestone for this year. It's a company who has more than 90 years in the market, and this is really special, right? This is something that it's creating the difference because we started as cell manufacturers, and later we start to manufacture the modules. And well, we have been always dedicated to this mission of bringing the PV solar to the world, to all users, and not participating in other businesses. No, we are focused on our core business, which is this, and it's where we are bringing the value and the expertise. With expertise, more than 201 gigawatts of cumulative shipments since the beginning, and all this information is coming back to us, to our research and development department and rest of departments in the company. Yeah, implementing all the advantages or lesson learned over past modules, we are implementing it on the new modules. Which other concepts are making us different? JA Solar is vertical integrated. Here in this slide, you can see we are starting from the ingots. We are also doing the wafers, the cells, and later laminating the modules. We have also a business related with PV projects and supporting our customers on those parts. Just here to remark that JA Solar is the most balanced manufacturer in this case, because you may find other players that are more focused on producing modules and acquiring externally cells, or the opposite, right? Other players which would be like more focused on cells, and later they have less capacity of modules. This balance between the wafers capacity, the cells, and the modules, it's something unique in the industry, no? And it's one of our formulas for the success. The rest of the benefits of vertical integration, it's something that you may know, no? It's obviously to control the technology, the materials, controlling the cost as well, okay? Something that it's really important nowadays. But in our case, we are really focused on the quality, right? Our products have been always reliable. It's probably the word which is defining us in a better way. And obviously we are implementing those words and concepts over our products. Talking about our manufacturing capacity, it is spread around the world. We have manufacturing space mainly in China. We have also in Vietnam bases. We are also starting to produce in the United States, and there are also projects to extend the production to other regions. Why? Because, well, it's something that have been required by the market since a short time ago, right? And it's also related with all the traceability requirements that we are reading in the market nowadays. We are realized on that a few years ago. Okay, we started with these projects related with the traceability of our systems, of our equipment. It was required at project level. Nowadays, it's more required at, I would say, in all segments, also in commercial and industrial, for example. And we are also proud to say here that we have an integrated traceability system, which is certified by third parties. And we are able to map, to create supply maps on all of our components and let the customer know where each component of the module is coming from, right? There could be preferences there, and we can use different supply maps. And well, the good point is that not everybody is able on that. And we have been working for that for more than 3 years. And we can openly work with any type of player in the industry and go further on this concept. Okay, so let's go directly to the core point of my presentation of today's webinar, which is focused on the new standard for commercial and industrial that we are launching. This product is obviously based on the N-type technology that it's dominated the market nowadays. From our side, we are manufacturing this year more than 100 gigawatts, and the 85% of this capacity will be done over TOPCon technology. Okay, so really briefly, because it's not the goal of this PPT, but we can remind the main benefits of this TOPCon technology. We can talk about more cell efficiency, which is translated into more power to the modules. Okay, but it's not the only advantage. No. We are also talking about lower degradation on this TOPCon technology. As you can see in this chart, we are able to provide a warranty of 1% degradation, which is including the LID, and 0.4 per year, okay? And it is helping, or it's almost 88% of the performance of the modules at the end of the warranty period of 30 years, okay? Which is a lot of, it's a big amount of energy during the entire lifetime of the plant, compared with previous technologies. Concept like the high power density, which is really interesting. It's how we are playing with the layout of the modules, increasing the size of the wafers, making them rectangular in different sizes. Okay, it means that the cells for us, they are not anymore square cells. We are enlarging the cells to close the gap between the cells and then obtain more module efficiency, but eliminating useless spaces in the area of the module, right? So it's a combination of approaching the cells and increasing the size of the cells to reach even more power to the modules. So these two concepts are essential and crucial for this new line of products. The temperature coefficient is also that we have been also working on, because it's impacting on the performance of the plants. We were talking about 0.3% for the standard TOPCon technology, and nowadays we are improving this value to 0.29. Another benefit over this technology, which is giving us more yield and therefore more profitability of the plants. The bifacial factor, which is 80% in this new technology, and it's also having a better low light performance. All these characteristics we have been implemented in all of our Deep Blue 4.0 Pro, but today we are talking about a special size of this product. In this chart, you can see how our mainstream N-type products are spread around a chart depending of the powers. And you can realize how there is a big gap of power in the middle of this chart, right? Which, if we divide it by segments, obviously, if all these modules are using the same technology, the power output of the modules would be depending on the size, on the dimensions of the modules, right? So the small format of this module, the 54s, they are clearly aimed for the residential segment. In Europe, they were in use also for commercial and industrial, but in commercial and industrial, where the conditions of the installations were a bit more flexible than residential, there were more space to install cranes and lift the modules to the rooftops. There were more labors, okay, to work over bigger rooftops. There is a gap there to increase the size of these modules and making more profitable, economically speaking, the investments on the commercial and industrial installation. The big modules, the big format modules, they have been also used for this commercial and industrial, but their size, it's still too big to be comfortably used and installed in this type of rooftop, despite these rooftops are bigger. So in this gap, it's directly where we have been, or we have acted. Why commercial and industrial is interesting, no, for us? Well, it's clear for all of us, right? And it's only going to the public numbers that you can see the growth of the commercial and industrial. In this case, it's the orange bar. Okay, we all know or we are aware about the growth of all segments. Okay, but commercial and industrial is the one which is growing faster in the last year, and we expect the same for this year. No, so it makes all the sense to create a dedicated product for that. And that's what we are presenting here today, is the 60B42 LB. The LB means that we are including all of our technologies about the rectangular cells and the high density of the module. It is giving us the chance to include in one module 530 watt, which is the most powerful module in this segment in the market, and in a dimension slightly above 2 meters, okay? But honestly, this product it's replacing the old P-type module dedicated for commercial and industrial. It was called 66S30, and the length, it was bigger, okay? And it was outputting 500 watt, which was really attractive for the market for this segment, and well, it has a wide use, no? So this is the substitute, bringing the new technology, the new TOPCon technology, and it's not changing the rules, right? This product, it's something that it's already known. It's a dimension and weight that it's already known by all the installers and players who have been working on commercial and industrial. So it's not a rule changer. It's just bringing 30 watts above the average in the market. Okay, this is what we are bringing here, and it should be, of course, interesting in terms of the cost of the overall cost of the installation, reducing the BOS cost. Other benefit that this module or other advantage for the BOS cost is that as it is composed by 60 cells, the strings could be longer. Length of the string is not relevant for residential, but it is starting to be relevant for commercial and industrial. So here the open circuit voltage, which is low in this module, is helping to reduce the BOS. As said, it's the most powerful one in this segment. Of course, it's compatible with all the inverters and mounting system, because it's, for the mounting system, it's dimension, which is important, which is relevant. And it's coming with really similar dimensions. It's actually 3 centimeters less than the previous version, right? And it was already in use, so fully compatible. In terms of the inverters, the cells are slightly bigger because we are going to rectangular cells, but still within all ranges of all inverters for this segment. There are also some improvements for these modules that we consider could be interesting for certain regions in Europe, like the black flame product that will be available. The thermal coefficient is 0.29. It's good to remark because it's helping the yield to be better. And the product warranty is 15 years, okay, which is it's going beyond the standard. If we compare to others, to other players in the industry for this commercial and industrial, we can see how the dimensions are bigger. That's a fact. But as said, this dimension, it was already known. It was already in use. So this is the dimension that you know. And the power output, it's wider above the rest of the competitors for this segment, no? In the round of 500, the most powerful ones, right? So it's something that, according to our simulations, it would create a difference, okay, on the systems. If we see where this module is located in our mainstream portfolio for the 2024, you see that it's a bit of mess nowadays with a lot of products of different types, right? So we are trying to reduce to something easy to use by the user, no? Easy to decide by customers, developers, or installers, right? We have our ranges of 54 and 60 cells modules that we aim for residential, commercial, and industrial. You see in the middle how we are still offering the PERC module 72, which, there will be a usage. I mean, we are feeling this usage of the P-type still in the industry, no? Why? Because there are not enough capacity for the global demand, overall global demand. This year, there is not enough global capacity for the TOPCon. So there will be a chance for the PERC. We are maintaining this product in our portfolio. And the big format, which is compounded by 66 cell, bigger rectangular cell, and reaching 615 watts, 620, depending on the moment that you would be acquiring. And the big one, which is 72 with big cells, big rectangular cells, reaching the 635 watts. So we are offering these mainstream products to make the choice easier for the user in this moment, which is honestly not always easy to choose, right? There will be variants as well, no? Further than the mainstream. For residential segment, you can find the black frame variants or the full black, and we are also presenting monofacial TOPCon modules. They will be presented soon, okay? For the commercial and industrial variant, as I mentioned, okay, we will offer with a black frame, and we are also considering to make a full black version for this product. And of course, it will be also a version monofacial for this product, okay? It is also, it's confirmed, but we will launch soon. And for the variants of the utility scale, we are still doing other dimensions more similar to the, let's say, the ones that we were using in 2023 or 2022, which is the 2278 millimeter length modules. We have created these variants with TOPCon technology to fit these modules into the designs that were already finished, right? But yeah, the most demanded version of these variants is the one in the right, which is a slightly longer than the standard, but it's still suitable for these designs using 2278. It's 5.5 centimeter longer, but as it is suitable in those mounting systems with those same design, and it's outputting like 10 watts above, reaching the 600 watts, it's a really demanded product, okay, that we are also still offering. But as said, our mainstreams, and today we were talking about the 60D42, we expect that they will be leading the different segments and markets in this region, because they have all the ingredients to be successful in their installations and produce green energy for all of us. So that's my presentation today, and thank you so much for your attention. We will be presenting these products in Intersolar, which is close to the corner. And yeah, I will be happy to answer your questions in the chat, and thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Ignacio. So probably you mentioned in the presentation, maybe I missed it. What is the cell size you're using for this new module?
I was not mentioned because, you know, I don't want to bring a lot of information, but it's 182 and 188. This is the rectangular cell, 182, 188. We have three different sizes for the cells, and we are all of them, they are produced by us, okay? It's 182, 188, 182, 192, and 182, 210. So okay. three different formats. Actually, the D42 I said wrong. It's 182, 199. Sorry, the 182 it's for the small products.
Okay. And you have products for, you know, with so many different levels for modules. So it is also going away from the standard size. So what is it that the customer ultimately asks for? You know,
I think that the customers, they are asking for this, right? They are asking for us to create some kind of standardized dimensions that they could, adapt their designs in an easier way. And this is what we are moving for, because it's also not comfortable for us to handle so many specifications, right, of modules. That's why I was insisting on these mainstreams, right, and having the small format of the 54 with the small cells for the residential. For the commercial, we are using 60 cell with the medium size cell, rectangular cells, and for the big ones, we are using the big cells with 66 and 72. So yeah, the trend is to reduce our portfolios to have mainstream for each segment, and there will be variants, as I explained now, that they could be required for specific needs of each project.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Ignacio. That was very
pleasure.
And I request you if you could please join the chat to continue the discussion there probably.
I'll do so. Thank you so much, Anna.